Hey, good morning, everyone. Lyle Burgess with the Viking Speaks. Back out here in my natural habitat to finish off last 2 days, 2020. Now, although I look like a mess, apologies. I just finished a gnarly workout in my wonderful garage gym. So, it's been a good morning. Got a lot done. Took a nice long walk, a few miles this morning. 19 degrees, so felt good. Drank my pot of coffee, got a lot of work done on my website. And of course, just finished a good workout, got some reading done. Did my usual morning routine. But today I wanted to take a moment to reflect on 2020. What has seemed like an endless chaos all year. Pardon my shaking camera, my hands are a little worn out, my arms are tired, just doing the chest. So, but what seemed like a endless, chaotic year, chronologically is coming to an end. We have 2 days left in 2020. Now this, for me, is the 29th day of the 90-day video challenge. So without further ado, here are my reflections for 2020. At the beginning of the year, I'd only just been officially divorced for a couple months from my second marriage. Learned a lot in that 7 to 8 month separation prior to that. Did a lot of soul searching. And actually went into counseling, did that for a while too, and learned a lot about myself that I didn't really understand prior to, and gained some great tools to be better. Beginning of the year, and I'm gonna focus on relationships for a second. At the beginning of the year, I was seeing someone, and things were good, but I wasn't good. And as a result of that, amongst many failures on my part, didn't work out. Now there's not a day goes by that I don't think about that, to be perfectly honest. I weigh those decisions and the failures pretty much daily. And it kind of goes back to some of the principles, take time to reflect, take time to be alone. Minus about a 2-week period in October where I dated a lady. I've been single since July 31st of this year. It's taught me a lot. Taught me one of the best things I think I've gotten out of 2020 is something I think a lot of people in the world, and I've said in previous videos, we gained our resilience. And I found out once again that I can do anything I put my mind to. I don't need a partner. I want one. There's a difference. And I shouldn't be willing to settle for anything less than what I have set up in my head. I've got this idea of who eventually I want to share my life with. And until that person enters my life somehow, not happening. So resilience. I began the year, I was studying for my Series 6 securities license. I was in the insurance and finance industry. This was after having been laid off for about a year from engineering. And I was just doing whatever I could to try and make an income, and I was going to give my full effort to staying down this path I'd chosen. That's where I was heading. Then COVID happened. Now, nobody could have predicted that, or at least not on my level. So, COVID happened, and it completely uprooted my concept of what I was going to do. Ended up switching firms, staying in the insurance industry, continuing to do self-development, and just focused heavily on that. I read a lot of books this year. Spent a lot of time alone. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out who I am and what I wanted with life. And I think that's the other big thing that I'm really grateful for in 2020 is I discovered me. Might sound funny, but everything that happened this year, you know, there was a lot of bad. Don't get me wrong, but depending on how you look at it, a lot of good came out of this year too. Life's lessons are often learned through pain. I was talking with somebody at work about this the other day. I realized here in these last few weeks, one of the things I've been talking about since I was a little kid. Two consistent things I'd always said since I was a young man up until, gosh, I don't know when I stopped saying it, but it was just a constant mantra. When I was younger, there's only two things I ever said I wanted to be. A father and a wise old man. If you don't believe in the law of attraction, let me give you a little insight. I'm a dad, most of y'all know. Got my two kids, so obviously that one came true. But as far as being a wise old man, well, I'm not old yet. And I obviously have a lot left to learn. But I realized all the pain, everything that's happened, it happened for a reason. And I think I finally might have figured out that reason. If you don't believe in the law of attraction and you manifest your reality, try talking to a man that from a kid on said he wanted to be a wise old man. Said that for years. How do you gain wisdom? Oftentimes through pain. So I kind of had that realization. I just had to sit back and chuckle, smile a bit, because just wow, you know. So anyway, those are my reflections for 2020. I'm sure there's a few more, but you know, I don't want to make this too terribly long. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take a moment to sit down and reflect on your year and ask yourself this question. Are you the same person December 31st, 2020 as you were January 1st of 2020? If you are, what are you going to do to make sure that never happens again? You're not growing, you're dying, y'all. That's it for today. Hope you have a wonderful one. Talk to you tomorrow. Much love. Bye for now.